Alright, welcome back. This is WILSHOCKER with more Final Fantasy XIV. We are going to do our next blacksmith quest here. That looks like it's an upgrade. That looks like it might be an upgrade. 27, 27, it's the same one. So not that. I don't have gloves yet. I have boots. A better helmet would be okay. Control 9 versus Control 12. I guess I'll take the gloves though. Except, you know what, lad? It may not be my place to say, me being your guild master and all, but I like you. I really like you. Together, we can't. What? Why are you making that face at me? Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. You're the most promising pupil I've had in God knows how long is all. I was just waxing sentimental for a moment. You can't honestly tell you don't get a bit emotional when you've been out in the night before and... forget it. Been working hard, have you? I can tell, but this is just the beginning, lad. You see, the art of blacksmithing is deeper than the deepest ocean, and if you plan on getting to the bottom of it, you'll need to sink? No, that's not good. Right, how about this? If you're meant to sail for the faraway land of smith and mastery, you mustn't try to make the journey in a dinghy. The hell's with it. Just make me a dozen bronze rivets, lad. Oh, that's funny. Bronze rivets. Rivets, 12. Okay, got it. Did I sell the things already? I did use them all, didn't I? Okay, cool. So I need the ingots first. 12. Well, that's pretty fast. Let's see. Rivets, 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 rivets. Dun 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 dun. Praise the builder, you've done it again. These rivets are perfect. But don't take that to mean they're special, because they ain't. You see, your rivets have got to be perfect, and I'll tell you for why. If you're pounding something and your hammer breaks, you could just grab a new one. But it's a whole nother story when your rivets fail. Ever seen an airship land? Marvelous things they are, but bloody complicated. Now imagine you're a dozen miles above Linza, and your fancy flying boat starts springing rivets. Might be as it's from the engine, might be from the hull, but it makes no difference. Whatever it is, you're royally buggered. If I was on that airship, lad, taking in the gorgeous view as the confounded contraption tumbled down to the earth below, I'd be cursing them rivets with all me heart. Aye, and the half-arsed bastard shot him out too. You wouldn't want that on your conscience, would you? Which is why you must always make quality products which stand the test of time. To help you learn the importance of quality, I want you to try smithing for paying customers. Start by having a word with Tamakiri down at the Wedge. She should be able to point you in the direction of a few Lemenzins as need the services of a talented ladger like yourself. Hone your craft, earn some coin, hell, have a drink while you're at it. The Wedge is always serving. And take the glove. I want the glove. Na 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 na. Sound the hammer and bringing you in from the street, did it, lad? Well, it's time you find that inviting to the Armorers Guild is not the place for the quiet reverie. If the clang of metal striking metal is music to your ears, maybe happy you've got the spirit of the ship right. Are you of a mind to join our guild? Take it from me, lad. There's no greater joy than working a shapeless lump of iron into a shining breastplate with your own hands. What say you then? Well said, lad. Now we should cover a bit of guild history before forging ahead with the formalities. The armorer's craft is an offshoot to blacksmithing. Time was when armorers and smithing were one and the same. But as the years trickled by, the techniques for working sheet metal into armor plates became a specialized trade. And the smithies who showed uncommon skill and passion for this trade earned themselves the title of armorer. Now, as you can probably imagine, the skills necessary for making armor are also needed for shipbuilding, but building ships is a bit harder than knocking out simple hells, which led to those armorers who were good enough to work on boats to claim the title of shipwright. Of course, it was one thing calling armorers blacksmiths and shipwrights armorers, but it was quite another calling shipwrights blacksmiths, because building up a ship and making a hatchet couldn't be more different. It seemed as though a line was needed drawing, and seeing how Lindsay was built on the strength of her navy, you can imagine why the armorers chose to cut their ties with the Smithies and establish a guild of their own. As for the Smithies, while the whole notion of an independent armorers guild never did sit well with them, and there's been a fair old rivalry between our two factions ever since, always trying to outdo each other, we are. Which is why we're ever on the lookout for new talent to help us keep the Smithy bastards in their place. All you need to do is impress the Forge Master, and we'll start you on your training. Be warned, Forge Master Hazana's tongue can strip the scales off a fishback at 40 paces. Saying that, you won't find a fairer mistress this side of the Strait of Meridor. Let me know when you've mustered the courage to speak with her, and I'll see to the rest. Your mind is made up, you're ready to throw your line in with us armorers? Okay, Armorers Guild. It's time you made yourself known to the Forge Master. That's no empty title, by the way. Hanaza is a renowned shipwright and one of the finest crafters in Linza. Head outside and you'll find her blistering the skins of our newest initiates. I did not even see her there. Another aspiring armor, are you? Welcome, I'm Hinzana, Forge Master of this guild. I take it Guanaco was explain to you the history and nature of our craft. Good. I have little to add on that front save this. The life of an armorer is not an easy one. Day after day you'll pit flesh and blood against iron and flame. Without a passion for the forge, you will fail. But passion alone would not make an armorer of you. To truly master this craft, you must be possessed of a will as unyielding as the metals you work. Knowing what lies before you, have you the fortitude to persevere? Ha! See, you make no fear of you have no fear of hard work. That as well. Consider your request to join the guild approved. But if you ever give me less than your best, you'll be on the door before you realize my boot is connected with your backside. Are you clear on that? Now that we understand each other, let's begin with the basics. What's your name? This tool is called a doming hammer. Here, grip it firmly, note its weight. Let me know when you feel comfortable with it in your hand. I'll tell you if you're holding it properly. Armorer unlocked. Ah, yes, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were an armorer, well. Of course I do know better. Until you craft something with that hammer of yours, you'll look like a bane with a rattle to me. And I have no intention of mothering you. Make no mistake, I mean to shape you into an artisan, however hard I have to pound. Save your sweat for the forge, lad. I don't expect you to fashion full suits and plate on your first day. Just pay close attention to my instructions, be diligent in your work, and a skill will come in due time. Now let's be about your first lesson, shall we? I want you to take up your hammer and make me a bronze ingot. A mundane task, I grant you, but one which every armorer must master. Bronze, you see, is the most basic material of the craft, and bronze ingots are its building blocks. It is not the strongest of alloys, of course, but it is that very quality that makes bronze so easy to shape and the middle of choice for a novice armorer. To forge your ingot, you'll need to procure 2 chunks of copper ore, a chunk of tin ore, and an ice shard. The ore can be found from Smurlwib here at the guild. The ice shard you'll have to find on your own. Are you waiting for me to swing your arm for you, or maybe have me swing my boot? Bronze ingot, great. Okay, thank you. Got it. Jeez. that bronze ingot I asked for? If you can't find the ore yourself, try speaking with Smorwib here at the guild. Completed your first task, have you? Well then let's have a look at this ingot. So this is the sort of quality I can expect from you, is it? For a novice armor, this is excellent work. Excellent. Well done, Will. The key to making good bronze is judging the ratio of copper to tin. With too much tin, the alloy becomes harder but also more brittle. Not the sort of material you want for protecting your vital organs. Lest you forget, quality is a matter of life and death in our craft. That is why we teach our initiates the ideal metallurgic composition of every item we forge. Not that all are quick to learn. There are some who seem destined to produce mediocre results, however painstakingly the processes are explained. Thank the builder you're not one of them. I am pleased to say that your ingot would fetch a decent price in the markets. But do not let this first success make you complacent. A single bad helm will lose you more trust than 100 good ones will win, because bad armor means dead men. It is not enough that your work be good, it must needs be consistently good. And achieving that consistency requires discipline and long hours of crafting the same item over and over and again and again. For you, this means a mountain of bronze ingots in your dreams, bronze ingots until the process is so ingrained that you wake up and find that your pillow is an ingot you made in your sleep. When you feel you have learned all you can from forging bronze ingots, seek me out and I will find you something else to craft. May the builder guide your hand, Will. Thank you. Level 5, I am. Da, 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 da. Can I repair my stuff here? I need gloves. I don't need any of these. I'll just take the 10. Yeah, I'll just take the 10. I take it you are now intimate with every aspect of the bronze ingots production. Then you can assist us in a pressing matter. It seems that one of our younger members, Swithin, accepted an order which he would struggle to fulfill in thrice the time he promised. While I am tempted to let him squeal under the weight of his own ambition, the guild is not in the habit of delivering late. Several veteran armorers have volunteered their services, but I would also like you to assist in this matter. On the one hand, you will be helping to spare the guild unnecessary embarrassment, and on the other you will be deepening your understanding of the craft. The builder could not have planned it better. For your part in this endeavor, you were to craft 3 bronze hoplons. You'll need bronze plate and maple lumber to make the shields. Hoplons. While we're on the subject, have you been acquiring your materials? The markets are a reliable source, but have you considered making an arrangement with a miner or botanist? As you will have gleaned, the craft calls for a near constant supply of copper and tin, both of which are commonly mined in the region of Thanalan. Should your purse grow too light for comfort, there is little to stop you from taking up a pickaxe yourself. For the time being, however, I want you to concentrate on honing your skills as an armorer. With the fundamentals under your belt, hoplon shouldn't prove too challenging. But do not fall into the trap of complacency. A poorly wrought shield is worse than no shield at all. Each piece you craft, however simple, must reflect the utmost attention to detail. Make the guild proud, well. Wonderful. So I'm looking for a bronze hoplon, a shield, 2 bronze plates, which require ingots, 2 ingots per. got the plates. How many? 3. So I need more ingots. Maple lumber. fail you with your task. Do you have those 3 hoplins for me? Impressive. You have managed to balance the conflicting requirements of sturdiness and portability, much as you balanced hardness and malleability with your first task. The bronze plate is securely fitted and should weather the most vicious blows without becoming dislodged. And more importantly, your work was swift and sure. Many an armorer has lost a sale due to late delivery, and rightly so. A customer's need for armor is invariably pressing, and its absence will like to be sorely felt. Given the stakes, a reputation for reliability can mean handsome profits, especially at a time when the Maelstrom is seeking armorers to outfit its ever-expanding ranks. It is all we can do to keep pace with the Grand Company's orders for equipment, and that is why every member of our guild must support the next, much as the warriors of El supported the fellows in the phalanx with their shields. Though you have but recently begun your training, a man of your natural talents belongs on the front line. I think the time has come for you to learn the use of another weapon in the armorer's arsenal. Specifically pliers. Take this pair and try using them in combination with your hammer. It will feel strange at first, but persist and you will find that your work proceeds a damn sight more smoothly. When you think you've mastered the pliers, I want to see the results of your dedication. Until then, Will. Great. Yep. Like I said, I wanted the chin this time. Level 10 armor. The furnace in the brewer's beacon needs repairs. Firegod's beard. I just sent someone out to tinker with it not a week past. Mayhap the bomb Kasamis has trapped in there was a touch too volatile. I'll have an artisan visit the lighthouse and pay special attention to reinforcing the case of that furnace. Your work is done here, adventurer. May the navigator guide you on your journeys. Helmet, yes. Oops, I got the experience, not on my main. Boots. Let's say you take it on some work from Naldic and Vilames. We've got a great hulking warship to build and could certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I need you to run this missive over to Albatern, the head shipwright at the Morby dry docks. We forge most of the ship's bits and pieces here at the Armorers Guild, but the actual construction takes place at the docks down in the south of Lower Ladaska. That's also why you'll find the main offices of Naldic and Vilmez. The Morby dry docks is one of the Linza's most important districts, at least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure you're not regretting to attune yourself to Area's Aetherite. If you've no confidence in your sense of direction, you'll be best served making use of the Chocobo Porters, first floor to the mizzenmast, in case you were wondering. Got it. Should you choose to take the trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate and follow the road south. May the navigator guide your steps. Wonderful. I need to repair a lot of items. Arms mender. Tempest Gate. wonderful. Having a great time. You've been wanting to cross Ocean's embrace. If you ain't in a hurry to be someplace, I'd rather you hold off for a bell or two. Presently, the bridge is such a right confusion of wagons and such, the damn thing's like to collapse. We expect a bit of congestion, what with this being the only bridge connection, the roads from the dry docks to Lindsay Laminza, but today's traffic is something awful. Speaking of which, what in the seven hells does Where's Margaret think he's playing at, deserting his post at a time like this? Do me a favor, would you, lad? Track down that skittish bugger and tell him to get his arse back to directing the chaos at the embrace. Great. Bah, it was only a matter of time before they sent someone after me, I suppose. I heard you, the bridge is a bloody mess. Truth be told, I wish the damn thing would collapse to save me the suffering. I can't simply wave my hands and have everything suddenly sorted itself now can I? If I try to reason with those demon-spawned coachmen, I'd like to get me head bit off. Listen, if you're not gonna let me be, can you at least have a word with the more irate wagon drivers? Soothe their tempers some? That'll be one less headache for me to deal with. You try to comfort their irate coachman. Perhaps you do have a point. I shall endeavor to keep a hold of my temper, only to see the situation resolved before the moon turns. Well, I'll be damned. You actually managed to calm them buggers down? You're a miracle worker, and that's the honest truth. All I need is for the drivers to hand me directions and on all that snapping and snarling, you see. Well, I'd best be at it before they lose their tempers again. Oh, and I'd appreciate it if you could tell Captain Dozwell I know I'm back on the job. Alright, let's do it. Where's Mata is back at his post, is he? Your tongue must have made a silver to have accomplished that feat. He can't handle the yelling, you see. The gods only know he is such a delicate flower survived garden trained in the first place. And he's never going to survive duty at the bridge now that work on the Victory has a flood of deliveries coming in and out every bloody day. Where's Mirznaga? Better harden up or start looking for a quieter line of work. Okay, critical hit, strength, dex, vid. I'll take this. Dawn fire, that's so cool. What you say, another initiate, eh? Initiate, you say? Getting lots of initiates these days. Lots of initiates. What day you say it was? Now I reckon this initiate here is looking for work. Is it work you seek, eh? Well, you need not fret, as I just happen to have a task that needs tending. A dear friend of mine, Roston Somersuch, is holed up in a lighthouse on this side of the crypt. It used to be that I'd visit the lad once a said night to see how he was faring, but my legs just ain't the same since the gout gone and grabbed hold of him. I'd be grateful if you could check up on the Candlekeep in me stead. Oh, and don't be forgetting to take along forked and curved jackal fangs. Tell him they's from Vivona, he'll understand. Okay, jackal fangs, alright, no problem. Oh, woe is me. I seem to have gone and misplaced 4 of my packed lunches. Whatever am I to do? I can hear Atomim's belly grumble from all the way over here. I'm certain I made enough for everyone, so it must be that I either dropped a few or maybe gave some to the wrong fellows. Oh, did you hear that? It was Zammerberm's belly again. He doesn't look at all pleased, does he? I must stay with my cart, but if you could search the dry docks and see if you can't find those lunches, I'd be eternally grateful. I might even whip something together special for it. Did you see that? Term Aram just gave me the evil eye. If those lunches don't turn up soon, I'm afraid he'll come over here and eat me. Right on. Let's get the packed lunches off the ground. Simple enough. Nice and straightforward. Well, Foof will be needing one of their lunches back, you say? Here I was beginning to think the lass had eyes for me. Not that she's my type, mind you. Like me women a few hands taller, and a few pounds heavier, and a few shades bluer if you catch me drift. What? Wouldn't mind the extra meal, though. A man can work up quite a craving when he's pounding, stretching, and shipping sheets of iron all day. If I give the lunch back, would you promise me you'll not mention that I was the one that took it? I don't want the lass to think I was trying to swindle her. Well, that's sort of what I was trying to do. But she don't have to know that now, does she? Right then, carry on. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Please tell me you found the lunches. I swear Adababe has shifted several paces closer since you departed. Here you go. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. You did it. You found all the missing lunches. Now perhaps I can rest in peace, knowing that Adabir won't be indulging in his cannibalistic fantasies. At least for today. Okay, these are better. Better boots. Better boots be better boots. When it comes to riveting, you can search the realm over, but you won't find none other than Hezekiah. 10 score rivets of Val I drive, twice that if I'm not in me cups. The key to driving rivets proper like is how hot you can get the buggers. The hotter the rivet, the stronger the bond you'll make with the steel plate. Problem being, was I heats me rivets in the forge, they'd be cold as dead whore's crotch by the time I hold them back to the victory. 'Tis why I use the white hot cores, the lightning sprites, but as you can see, the supplies running a tad low. If you ain't too much trouble, would you be so kind as to fetch me some? You look as if you could take the whole pack of sprites with one hand tied behind your arse. Thanks, I think. Great, okay. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yogi. Better armor, nice. I'm looking for a strapping young adventurer good with his numbers to help tally our remaining supply of planks and logs, but I suppose you'll have to do. Now that work on the victory is near completion, I need to find a final count on the lumber we have so I can determine if we'll need more. I already have Raz and Maizen and Rumo Failamo starting on the tally, so speak with them and see what they found. Then bring me back the exact number of corded logs and four castle planks remaining on site. Understood? Dun 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 dun. Just finished me counting the cedar mass, and the yard master ain't gonna like what I have to tell him. What? Don't tell him for me? Well, be my guest then, lad. The Victory, being as big as she is, will be outfitted with 3 full-size masts and 2 smaller masts. Each mast will have its own set of 4 to 5 spars across masts from which the sails hang. One need not be a scholarly from Malvin's Gate to know what a whole hell's worth of lumber. And so, just how many mast-worthy logs did I count here? 4. Not 400, not 4 score, not even 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can take that to the yard master, but don't say I didn't warn you. Do 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 do. Ba bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum bum bum. No 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 no. Da da no 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 no. Da no 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 no. Da no 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 no. Da no 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 no. Da no 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 no. $200 oak birthing planks. Not one more, not one less. I counted them twice, and then I counted them thrice more, just for good measure. We may be in trouble though if the shipwrights need any more than what you see before you. The fires of the calamity claimed most of the trees in Oakwood, and what of those that remained, you asked? Well, why, we chopped down the rest to help build a victory. Great. I trust you had enough fingers to help you through the Italians. So tell me now, what'd you find? Those be grim numbers indeed. The calamity may be just a fading memory, but it seems we're still far from truly healing. As the salt-blooded laments, and it pains me to say it, but we may have to turn to the tree folk in Gordania if we're to finish the victory on time. New armor. Okay, that looks a bit inappropriate, but sure, whatever, man. Do your thing. Let's get over here and turn in this story quest. You have a missive for me from Forge Master Hananza? I assume it pertains to the pending arrival of the materials I ordered over a moon pass. Let's see it then. Blast and botheration, another delay. I'm well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable. My apologies. The messenger does not deserve to hear the brunt of my frustration. Might I have your name? Well, this proud maiden you see taking shape before you is the Victory, the first new vessel to grace the docks since the calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than a simple warship. It's the symbol of Limsa Laminzen's rebirth from the wreckage brought by the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. Okay, this is, the Victory is more than an airship, the first since the calamity. Got it. Thus we are striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible, even going so far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the thalassocracy. Yet even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there is no end of odd jobs for a hard-working adventurer. Be you fair warned, there is no place here for layabouts and troublemakers. Okay, do I want boots? Do I want, shoes? I guess I'll take the bronze, because I don't need these boots. Where in the seven hells is that man? Not once in 12 moons has he been late with a shipment, and now 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. A shipwright of mine, a young man named Frozmid, recently left Candlekeep Quarry to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Liminzo, but has yet to return. I have sent several missives to Halbroda, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. As I cannot leave my post, I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep Quay in my stead and inform Halbroda that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleback Island, where he can rot alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. Lovely. Okay, let's get going. This game's a lot of work. Still using the ladder. This one, I guess. I want to try using gear that I've crafted myself now. That would be cool. It can get right lonesome up here all alone with naught but the wind's chill to keep a man company. Some days I carve jackal fangs to help clear me head of the voices. The voices calling me back to the great blue. Here's some jackal fangs. What's this? Miyoda sent you, did he? Well, you tell that old man that he needn't waste his few last sons in this realm worrying about Boros Nez. I'll carry on as I always have in the service of the sailors, alone till the day I die. Jeez, depressing. It's your quest. While the carvings help me keep my head clear, a bit of company would ease the solitude. Truth is, with each turn of the sun, I creep ever closer to the brink of madness. All day and all night I dream of someone who might rescue me from this prison. Someone broad and hale, with skin the color of the sea and eyes would suck you in the maelstrom. Someone like Gimthoda. I've been enchanted by her sweet magics since I first saw her. A young lass from the Morby dry docks on patrol of the God's Grip. She smiled at me, but I was too et up inside by fear to meet her gaze. And now, since her promotion to head watch, she can't be bothered to make the climb. What? I would tell her how it is I feel, but me duty to the sailors. Wait, might you could tell her for me? I'd make it worth your while. You could take her a nice Lenoskin lily bell. You think she'd like that? I reckon she'd like that. Ain't met a woman that didn't like flowers. Alright, I'm going to take a break here. This is getting obnoxious. So I'll take a break, come back, and continue with more. So remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be back next time.